Shooting an elephant. I am a British police officer hated by many. In Malmen, I was placed where many people oppressed me. Well, it was true. A European man placed in a crowd of people who saw me as different. Crowds loved to watch my every move. Everything I did was just a mere act to them, like a scene in a movie. I was a sheep in a pack of wolves, but little did they know I hated my job more than the hatred they had for me. One day, like any other, I got a ring on my telephone. It was the police station from the other end calling about an elephant gone wild at the bazaar. I thought to myself, what could I possibly do to help? But knowing my curious self, I would give it a go, not expecting what would come upon me. As I arrived, Berman started gathering around me, telling me the whereabouts of this elephant. As usual, they were giving me misdirections, some saying, I saw him go this way, another shouting, no, someone told me he went here. I took out my .44 Winchester, which was way too old and small to even do anything, but I wasn't planning on anyways. As I was deciding on which way to proceed, I heard a loud call for help. Go away, child, I heard. I came down to inspect what was the loud commotion, and as to a surprise, I saw a man. He looked South Indian, laying face first onto the ground. As I approached, I could see his face pushed into the soft, wet mud, with blood dripped down and touching the dirt. I was shocked. Right then and there, I sent an order for an elephant rifle. I was given the rifle, and I was told the elephant was near the paddy fields. I started strolling towards the area, as many Burmans started following. They were interested in the shooting, although I had no intention to harm the elephant. As I arrived, there I could see the burly elephant knocking over stalls, smashing his knee into the bushes. I was standing eye to eye with it. The elephant seemed like a harmless child, just wanting to explore and not understanding the harm to it. For a moment, I stopped and thought about it. Wouldn't the elephant be worth more if it were alive? It was like I was finding a reason of why I shouldn't kill the elephant instead of finding a reason for why I should. After I get back out of my thoughts, I notice thousands of Burmans crowded around me. They all are cheering me on. I got chills down my spine. All these people were counting on me to shoot this elephant. I stopped again. I thought of the word Sahib, a title of respect for a colonial Englishman. That was me. This was my chance to prove my worth to these Burmans who thought of me as nothing. I got ready to shoot. I went blank, got down, and found the right angle to shoot. From this angle, he looked like a monster, and that's what I kept telling myself. I pulled the trigger. A deep silence fell. I remember just being in a state of shock as I saw the elephant become paralyzed. He fell to his knees, helpless, struggling for life. He wasn't dead yet. I shot him once more through the mouth. He was dying, but very slowly. To end his pain, I shot him again with my small rifle. After that, I could feel silence inside of me. I heard gasps around me and the crowd cheering, but inside was an overpowering feeling of darkness. I could not bear to stand there in agony. I left. Just as I did, I heard people grabbing baskets. I was told later that the elephant was stripped of everything. Endless discussions of what had happened filled the air. I heard many opinions by the European men later that day. I had done the right thing legally, and the older ones were proud. One thing that scavenged my head during all of this was killing to prove I wasn't a fool.